Hey Helldivers, we've got news about a recent major order bug. Also, the developers have given an update on changes to vehicle binds. We'll take a closer look at the Pelican 2 design, and yes, that sort of rhymed, or it actually did. And I'll showcase a before and after clip of the Singularity, but that's not all. I'll be covering much more. If you find the video informative at any point, consider tapping the like button below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's start the video by discussing an issue that I'm sure many of you have already experienced: missing medals. Thankfully, we've got an answer from the QA lead. This came up after Bono, a fellow member of my Discord, actually pinged me about it. Shout out to you, Bono. He asked if they could comment on the missing medals. In response, the QA lead first asked which major order, and then followed up with this. The QA lead wrote, "Yeah, seems like there was an issue with the payout after this weekend's MO, so we're aware and folks are looking into it. It's just 9:56 Stockholm office time, so the workday is still young." Now, you could tell they're actively working on it, and we should expect a payout relatively soon once they figure out what happened. I've seen a few comments about this in the previous video, so I thought it was best to update you all on exactly what's going on. Now, I've already received mine earlier before making this video, so I suggest you spawn into the Super Destroyer to see if you have received your payout, so check it out. The next issue I've seen as well was a lot of you Helldivers out there are having a difficult time exiting your vehicle. The reason why is due to a recent change in the latest patch. The support team have a frequently asked questions section, and they wrote, "Patch 01.002.101 introduced a number of changes to vehicles, including customizable input bindings. One of these bindings is exit, which is used to exit the interactable, emplacement, or vehicle you are currently using. Before this change, exiting a vehicle could be done by pressing your interact key again. If you have changed your interact input binding from the default, pressing it again will no longer exit you from the vehicle due to the new exit binding, which is bound to the E key on PC and the X button on the PlayStation 5 by default. To exit your vehicle, you can either press E, X, or you can rebind the exit input." Now, the support team went on to explain that you can head over to the options tab, then select either the control or mouse and keyboard binds. Then you'll select whichever. However, you'll want to stay on the general tab and go towards the bottom here until you find the vehicle submenu. At this point, you'll look for the exit binding and set it to whichever key or button. There you go. You now have resolved an issue easily just by following those steps. Hope it helps. On a completely different note, if you have been experiencing a lot of crashes as of late, especially on terminate plants, and if you're wondering are the developers aware of the recent crashes, well, the answer is they definitely are, but not for terminate missions. Nonetheless, the QA lead was asked by a Helldiver if the team has been hearing any sort of feedback about the crashing issues as of late for terminate missions. The QA lead replied back and wrote, "Nothing specific, but we do track crash stats. If you can get a repro and send in a ticket to the support desk, though you'd be helping us out." So as far as we know, they haven't heard of any crashing issues with terminate missions in particular, yet we do know that crashing has been something they've been aware of for quite some time, actually months, mainly due to the game's engine. We know this because of the known issue list, where at the very top it says, "Crashes, performance, and connectivity problems are ongoing issues that are always being worked on." Obviously, they're working on it and will continue to do so to minimize the crashing issues. You might end up experiencing a crash here and there, or it might be more often than not. It all depends on the patches they drop, and sometimes those patches might cause your game to crash more. Let's set aside the bug issues for now, and let's show you what the Pelican 2 looks like at the very top. It's completely blue. If you haven't seen this yet, I'll show it to you now. And I'll also walk you through how you can replicate it. First off, you'll need a stratagem that drops a vehicle, whether it's one of the two mechs or a fast recon vehicle. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Once you've selected your planet, dive in and try to land on a fairly high mountain, like so. We'll then enter the combination to deploy a vehicle. The Pelican 2 will start to descend with the vehicle, giving you a clear view of its top, which is strikingly blue and quite different from the original Pelican. I think some of you might find this interesting or cool. I know I certainly did. If this was new to you, let me know in the comments and let's talk about it. Alrighty, Helldivers, the next clip I'm about to show you is both cool and super strange. Yesterday, I asked a fellow Helldiver for permission to showcase it, so all credit goes to Orphan NL, and a big shout out to you for giving me permission to show this. I would have felt bad showing it without asking, so I really appreciate it. Nevertheless, Orphan and Nell experienced a strange incident where an Illuminate, specifically an Overseer, somehow managed to board the Super Destroyer and attempted to attack them. Now, you'll notice that they're not receiving any damage, nor are they being ragdolled. However, if they were to go inside the Hellpod and then exit it, they still wouldn't take damage, but they would get ragdolled all over the place. Anyway, I thought this clip was awesome, and I just had to show it to you. I've never experienced this ever before, and I'm not sure if anyone has. I'm not even sure how it happened, to be honest, but it's definitely a strange one. Continuing forward, the Meridia Singularity has moved further towards Angel's Venture. If you're curious about how far it has moved, I'll showcase a before and after clip. Just yesterday, the Singularity was about midway and somewhat close to the planet. Today, however, the Meridia Singularity is significantly closer, almost reaching the yellow border here. I suspect it will reach Angel's Venture tomorrow or perhaps in 2 more days. It might sound bad, and I have a feeling I'll be reported to a democracy officer for seemingly siding with the Illuminate here, but it's going to be awesome to see that planet get swallowed by the Singularity. Now, don't report me. On that note, there's a compelling theory from Savrog posted on the Glitch Unlimited Discord, which of course is mine. The theory suggests that as the Singularity gets closer to, Angel's Venture, it will cause the planet to become geologically unstable, turning it into Devil's Venture, which would then transform it into the first ever lava biome. I really like this theory. It makes a lot of sense. If this does happen, I'll definitely reference this Discord post in a future video. Anyway, if you have an interesting theory about what will happen to Angel's Venture, let me know in the comments. On a similar note, the Automatons have decided to attack Charon Prime, specifically in the Andromeda sector. From the looks of it, they could be aiming to claim the entire sector since they only need to take one more planet, which is Charbel. Let's say they do that. They'll have control over the entire sector. There's already a bunch of Helldivers there trying to fight them off, so if you're a bot diver, I suggest you do the same to stop the Automaton menace from claiming more planets. Okay, next up, what we have is a brand new cape. You can pick it up right now. If you pop up in the Super Destroyer, you will get your super medals, or just your medals. I don't know. Are they called super medals? I'm calling them super medals. And you'll also get your cape. So you can get both of those items when you pop up in the Super Destroyer. We know this because not only in the Super Destroyer, but the developers have also posted this on X and wrote, "Democracy has never been managed so beautifully. Well done, Helldivers. In honor of your successful commemoration of the first year of the Second Galactic War, and in your service in meeting the designated respect quota, High Command has awarded you all with emblem of Freedom Cape. F for Freedom, Helldivers." Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I had to do some sort of democracy voice with it. You guys are probably going to be like, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? But yeah, dude, I just had to do it, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far, but man, I felt like I had to do that. Anywho, with that democracy voice to the side, let's never do that again unless you guys enjoyed it. I really doubt it. But what you can see here is a before and after. So before, this was all the jobs that were listed about a month ago, I think back in December. Actually, that would be not a month ago, 2 months ago. Then if you check out the current job positions, they've hired a lot of folks. And on top of that, if you take a look here, they have a new one called Principal Sound Designer. Now you might be wondering, what's a Principal Sound Designer? Well, right here they wrote, as a Principal Sound Designer, you will take ownership of the audio pipeline at Arrowhead, driving the immersive soundscape of our games to new heights. You will lead the audio direction, set quality benchmarks, and mentor the team, ensuring Arrowhead's audio quality reflects our game vision. There you go. So we might get some audio improvements here if they're able to pick up a new sound designer. That would be really cool. I know a lot of us want the chainsaws on the automatons to actually make some noise to kind of give us an idea of where they're coming from, or if, they're sneaking up on us. Last but not least, we have the top 3 comments. If you guys would like to be featured on the channel, all you have to do is comment down below, and that's it. The first top comment is from Fetch. We ain't ever getting the review bomb cape. You might be wrong on that. You might be, but you also might be right about it. Who knows? We know recently they have removed quite a few regions from the block list, and I suspect they'll do more of that here soon. The second top comment is from Mining Apples, from banning people typing F to rewarding people typing F. Interesting way to look at it. Well, they did do that, didn't they? The third and final comment is right here, and you wrote, I think the FF on the cloak stands for friendly fire, something we all love. And you know what? I've been doing that a lot with the recent war bond. So yeah, you know, when you combine a hell bomb and you have explosive armor, you're bound to take out quite a few folks. Well, with all that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, or anything you would like to say in the video, do it now. Also, I just want to say I appreciate your support so much, guys. It's been amazing. I love talking to you guys in the comments, and I love chatting with you guys. If you want, join the Discord as well, and come hang out. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.